What's up, TTR family? It's your boy JD, and thank y'all for joining us again for another TTR special. It's the only place for your great debates and hot takes. Before we hop into our great wrestling debates and takes, I want to introduce the cast. Right now, right next to me, we got Meechy Black. We're going to switch it up. The Wagwan Warrior right next to me. Right underneath Meechy Black, we got Inhuman for this episode. Inhuman Line. Welcome, Brody. He's been here before. So filling in today. And right next to Inhuman, we got our guy, Main Event RJ. TTR family, we got a loaded episode here. We got a lot of SmackDown to talk because SmackDown has absolutely been killing Raw. I don't know if
Friday Night Delight
agree out there, but we do. I'll tell you this, and this is where I'm gonna let Meechy Black kind of have his fun because my man was the first one to kind of swindle me into it. You know, I was like, man, this SmackDown thing really ain't it. And he was like, bro, I'm telling you. And finally, I was like, oh, the Bloodline shit really sparked the interest here, and ever since that, I mean, they have been on fire. I mean, everything is a hit over there. So we're gonna highlight some of the SmackDown stuff, and I'm gonna start off with the women in the US belt because that's where our last episode left off. If you want to check that out, you can check it out right now. So if you want to check out that episode, we did talk about the favorites and the least favorites and maybe some surprises. So if you want to check that out, you can do so above. So Bayley wins. There's a bracket system here. She was the first winner. So I'll pass this off to Meech and RJ here in a second because I think you two have the most opinions. I've kind of seen that. And we'll get some Inhuman opinions as well as mine. I kind of start off with mine. Bayley did win. I kind of forget who was in the bracket. It was kind of last week. So it was B-Fab, her, and who was the other one?
Candice LeRae.
Okay, cool. So you had those three. I at the moment I saw the bracket, I said Bayley's winning because it just made the most sense. But Meechy Black, I'll pass it off to you because you're the one on Twitter often enough, and you, before Twitter was popping off, you said it should have been B-Fab. And now I saw Twitter, a big time post popped off, or at least an opinion popped off, and I think you might have retweeted it, where they were calling for a B-Fab push, and that people behind the scenes that at SmackDown and at WWE are saying that she needs a bigger push. So Meechy Black, man, you've been on top of this shit, man. So go ahead and talk to me. Was Bayley winning the right call, and was it not? Or was it not?
So I'm gonna say no. I kind of get it, but no. I think we should have used this bracket as a time to utilize and capitalize on all the talent that SmackDown has right now. And we could have everyone showcase their talents, dig deep in their bags, and literally we could have crowned a new champion from someone that's never been champion before.
Right.
I feel like there's no reason to have like a Bayley to win a match for what? Like, why do you need this win? Like, what do you gain out of this just for you to lose in the end or somewhere?
So you feel like and this is why I passed out to RJ, and we'll kind of get some of his thoughts here. This is where you feel like maybe a quote unquote bigger star or a solidified face should not be winning the US title. This is how Meechy Black feels, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so RJ, I'll pass it off to you, and we'll kind of continue the conversation from only like not last week, and we'll also keep it on from B-Fab and Bayley. We don't want to get too far off the beaten path here, but was Bayley winning the right call, and how do you feel about the U.S. Women's title moving forward? Do you feel like a superstar or someone who is established should be winning it, or should be more of a fresh face?
I think like for a mid-card title, you want it to be a wanted title. So I understand putting it on bigger names. But it's also supposed to be the tool to kind of transition people into the main event picture when you give them the mid-card title.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of want to establish prestige on it. I don't know if Bayley's the right one to put prestige on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would make more sense for it to start its job about getting people towards the main event scene early and get that started. Because, I mean, we're going to see all the talent that's going to be competing for this belt anyway,
right,
with the tournament because they're all in it, right? Basically, at this point. I guess maybe they want whoever to win on the other side, that underdog mid-card person to beat someone like Bayley, which would be a big win for them, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if B-Fab would have been the right decision. I don't know if who's the Candice LeRae? I don't think she would have been the right decision either, but like I guess that's just how I felt when I saw it. I guess.
So let me go to Inhuman here, and Inhuman, I kind of want to broaden it a little bit and let you get some of your thoughts as well if you want to counter some points. Who would you like to see with the U.S. Women's Belt? Because we did not get that from you because you weren't on that episode. So first off, who would you choose? Do you feel like a solidified star should grab it at first? How do you feel like this should even play out?
See, I feel like it's weird for me. Well, for one, that whole just match right there, I think it was kind of just thrown off primarily because if Bayley wasn't in that fight particularly and they had someone else mixed in there, then B-Fab could have actually won that one and then have Bayley later on in the bracket to, kind of be like, okay, now you have a smaller name that's going against the bigger names to win the belt.
Yeah.
Boom. And therefore the prestige for the belt comes with actually competing and beating the bigger names.
Right.
That could have worked. But who do I see with the belt?
Yeah.
Funny enough, like, if it wasn't for them doing the weird shit with Tiff with the Money in the Bank, I think she would have been a perfect candidate.
Yes.
Because I feel like you can't just go ahead and give her the big belt right now. You can't do that just yet, which is why I understand they're doing the whole build-up shit. I get it. But if she went and got that belt first, and we saw her as a champ, saw her defend it, do her little thing and shit like that,
right,
then that kind of puts her into fuck it. I think she can actually, because that's what the belt's for.
Right.
It's that stepping stone to get to the big belt.
Yeah.
So
100%. 100%.
I don't know who I do want to see it.
I like Tiffy though. That's a good name. Go ahead though.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for them trying to give like Naomi right now like a push
That's
for
another
the big
person.
belt,
Yeah.
and I would have been like, you know what, give it to her. But it does look like they're trying to give her somewhat of a fucking push. So I'm here for it.
Yep. And that was one of the names that I did name. Go ahead, RJ. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, could Tiffany cash in on that U.S. title?
That's a great question.
Please,
you can't. The main one.
Bro, I hate it though, bro.
Could you imagine they gave her the Money in the Bank and just like
I will be
use
so
it on the mid card title that somebody else won in a tournament? Oh, that would be so lame.
She just come in with
but as we sit here,
I'm not mad at it though.
I'm about to say I low-key want to cut this part out because if by the graces of God, somebody from WWE is watching this sounds so methodical, and they're gonna see how we all reacted and be like, "That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. We want everybody to be upset."
Nah,
so like,
I'll put it up tomorrow. I'll put it out tomorrow.
Cut it out.
I cut it. Yeah. So anyway,
lost tapes.
November 20th.
Lost tapes.
Back to SmackDown.
Cut it here.
Back to SmackDown. We're gonna get off the women now, and we do have a good matchup coming up on Friday night SmackDown here in a few days. I think we're gonna drop this on Thursday, so possibly tomorrow. You'll see it on SmackDown if you're watching this on Thursday. We do have other matchups coming up between some females, so we will see how the bracket does work out. That was just the first matchup, and it was Bayley. We wanted to see B-Fab. A lot of people behind backstage did. Meech wanted to. Not so much RJ. Not so much me myself, but I definitely wouldn't have like Bayley over B-Fab. I'll be. I mean, I wouldn't have like B-Fab over Bayley. I just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been my thing. Anyway, so some other news that was really big. Solo and the new Bloodline again.
Put your motherfucking ones up.
You have to.
We love you, Solo.
I mean,
we love you, Solo.
It's respect at this point. You have to understand that Solo and the new Bloodline have put together something fierce. And I'll pass this off to RJ to kind of take us into this one.
Not the Solo lover here.
I'll let you get your B-Fab combo off. We got to let everybody get their turn. They gotta let everybody
I made a video about Solo months ago. I'm the Solo. How dare you?
That is true. He was defending him early on as well. So Solo and the new Bloodline take down the OGs. RJ, are they portraying this new Bloodline the way that they should, and they thugging out, killing everything? How do you like this so far? Do you like it?
It's so much better. I think it started off pretty well. Like I don't know if anybody remembered. Like I think when Tonga came in, they ran Kevin Owens over with a car. And it wasn't just like when the cartoon he hits it. It was just a collision. And then Kevin Owens was walking around covered in blood. That was gas. It did what it did. But I feel like it was supposed to do that. That was the point.
Yeah.
But now I kind of like that we're getting it all together. We got Solo. He's been a lot better. And I love that he's a lot better because he's been more comfortable. He's been having fun. I hope The Rock doesn't ruin it by coming in a Survivor Series.
Yeah.
But it's so possible that he goes, guys, that's mine over there. That Solo has to stop being the tribal chief.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. That would deflate everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Solo's having fun, and I'm having fun watching Solo. It's
Oh
great.
man,
Listen,
He
listen.
I
bought
love Solo.
tickets. I don't see
Yeah.
how
He
everyone's so mad at. He bought tickets.
I'm glad that you brought it up because I didn't say it in my opening, but I am also liking Solo a little bit.
Welcome to the dark side.
He's been putting on the show, and I'll pass this off to my guy Inhuman really quick, and I'll switch a gear just a little bit. So sticking with the Bloodline, though, we got big news that Bronson Reed is joining the Bloodline, and Bronson Reed is joining the new Bloodline, and we have a
As he
question mark,
should.
kind of, about who's joining the OGs. We think it's going to be Seth because of Monday Night Raw and how that happened, which we'll talk a little bit about later on in this episode. So
I'm gonna throw a curveball on
on.
someone who else
Hold on.
could possibly join.
All right, we'll talk about it. Between Brunson Reed joining the new Bloodline and Seth Rollins possibly joining the OGs, how are you liking the 5-on-5 feud for War Games specifically coming up?
I like it in a sense. I just don't like how it's kind of trapping people into this. If you do the Bronson Reed and Seth, it's kind of like you took their feud and you're trapping it into being part of the Bloodline feud.
Yeah.
I don't like that only because where does this give them after the feud's done? Do you end Bloodline and the Seth and Bronson shit at the same time? It's now squashed. You just got rid of two stories when you could have at least had one continuing. I mean, I don't know what WWE's doing. They're like, hey, yo, you got a tribal tattoo? Bloodline.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's really what it is.
Okay, but were you a fan?
Just Australian.
But were you? I liked
yeah.
it. It looked amazing to me. I thought
No,
him
no.
with the new Bloodline.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really do. My only issue with it though is I get it. They have had and still have a chance to bring in their whole family tree and everybody pick a side, have a whole civil war on a damn island if they want. Like it'll be a crazy movie scene and stuff. Rock
Because
filming
he's
it
not
all.
really family. You feel like
Yeah,
I respect that.
It's kind of like it was kind of that little inkling that I had with the whole Sami Zayn with the whole Bloodline shit.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, we're friends and that's cool, but to me it kind of waters it down ever so slightly. If you kind of get what I'm getting at, like to me it's kind of supposed to be like. You know, you and your you just got a girl and everything and stuff. And your girl trying to chime in on family issues. It's like, yo, this is your first Thanksgiving around the family. Let's relax. Like, don't talk about my aunt like that. Calm that shit down.
You don't even know him like that.
Yeah, she used to change my Pampers and everything. Like, relax, yo. So like, I kind of feel like I feel like that in a little bit, but at the same time, they're putting on such a good show. I can't get mad at it.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Like, yes, the writing's a little off, but the performances are so good. It's like, fuck, just keep me happy, red sauce.
Speaking of performances, I'll pass this off to Meechy Black now. We had a performance from Roman Reigns to end SmackDown, and we'll kind of end SmackDown conversations here. We had a performance from Roman Reigns to end SmackDown, and calls up his wise man, Paul Heyman, and to no avail. Nothing happens. No answer.
My boy was in disbelief.
So Meechy Black, what does this set up? How does Paul Heyman interject? How do you see this playing out for Roman Reigns?
So right now, here's let me fantasy book really quick. I think what's going to happen is Paul Heyman is going to make a comeback at War Games to an extent.
I agree.
I think when he returns, he's going to return with this fifth person. Here's who I think this fifth person could be. Drop the mic. Nope. Here's a curveball. CM. I don't like it, but I kind of see it. I see why people are saying it. Only because he's also a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, but also
I don't like the idea.
Last you heard from him, he was talking about the world title on Raw. So I don't.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I'm with you. It's a hard baby.
I'm gonna look straight into the camera.
I don't even think it's a hard baby. It's a soft baby.
Okay, I'm gonna just sit here and just say straight into the camera. If y'all pull that bullshit and bring CM Punk into this fucking. Bro, I can't even put it into words, all right? I am going to lose it. Leave that guy at home. I had enough of him, okay? Leave him and his bracelet in peace.
You gonna hate
you
wrestling
bring
this season.
That's
CM
crazy.
Punk into this, I'm losing it. All right, don't do it.
Shit.
Don't
my
do
God.
it.
You gonna hate Mania season, brother. He ain't gonna get
Oh.
off your TV
I
screen.
know,
Yeah.
He
I
gonna be on
know.
all
I'm
3 shows
saying,
around
you
Mania.
gotta just give bro a break. I don't want to see him. I just need a break from bro. All right, and his little split personality, what the fuck you want to call it. All right? I'm tired of that shit.
Oh,
So
it's a cult personality.
whatever, whatever
Come
he
on.
calls himself, I'm
I thought
tired
you
of
gonna
it.
say. I thought you gonna say Zilla. I would be like, yeah, Zilla. Man said CM Punk. I
Hey,
said
yeah,
Pep Punish
nah,
numbers.
As
I was like,
long
what?
as it's not Brock, I will be
I agree.
okay with this.
I
If I see
agree.
one more
Yeah.
post about Brock Lesnar, I'm gonna lose
Oh,
my
man.
mind.
Hey.
I don't know
Drop
what their
His
obsession.
name.
The
His
obsession
name
with
is
that guy's
crazy. The
absurd.
obsession is crazy,
Like
bro.
it's absurd. I don't get it. I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my god.
It's really
Hey,
not.
I blame the people we elected.
That's
I blame him. You know what? That's why
For
they're just like
real.
okay with it now. I'm
For
like,
real,
no,
yo, for
keep
real,
him
for
out.
real.
I nobody wants to see him here.
I mean, you see,
I will
Lin-
turn that bitch off if his music hits. I don't care.
Linda
I'm done.
McMahon. I mean, she just got a job.
Oh
Anyway,
my
so
God.
back. We're gonna wait
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
All right, so Raw. Back to Raw. Raw has had its moments. Obviously, SmackDown has been killing it, but Raw. We'll talk about a few things that I highlighted. The first thing I want to talk about. You know what? This is gonna get RJ back. It's gonna get main event RJ back because you know what? This is gonna be passionate. Tell me why. Okay, we see Gunther in the back. Him and Ludwig get into it,
Oh.
bro. Yeah, I mean,
My
him
nigga
and
Ludwig.
getting into it, and we saying Ludwig gotta get bigger and whatnot. He gotta start
Yup.
stepping it up. It's a motivational speech.
Said,
Then he
remember who your
goes-
father is.
That's right. That's true. And then he goes and tries to choke out the street trash Damian Priest. Okay, got him in a and now I've seen the sleeper on a lot of enemies. Now Damian Priest now breaks out of this with ease, then sits
Yep.
down in his chair, like just ever so slightly, like says, "On the streets, I'm a king." Okay, okay. I am tired now already. It's only been two motherfucking appearances, and I'm tired of them making it look like Gunther is scared all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't
What
like
He
is
is.
going on?
He is.
He
yeah,
is. We do.
He ain't never
have
had
a
that
Damian.
sauce on in his food before. Yeah. That was scared little flavor.
RJ, how are you feeling, bro? And then we'll pass it off to Inhuman because you are a Damian fan. And then next episode or next thing we'll lead off with Meech. I did not forget about you. But go ahead, RJ.
I am just saying, I like Damian Priest. That
Me too.
line was trash.
It was so trash.
That line was garbage.
So bad.
But also,
really, it wasn't that bad.
It was
stop making my ring general look like a bitch. It's because the best part
Yes, he
about
is
Gunther
one.
is that he knew what he was doing and that he's confident. I don't know where this insecurity came from, but he didn't have it back when he was Walter, and I don't want it now. I would prefer Damian because I don't think he's gonna win SRR series, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want Damian to fight a weakened Gunther. I don't know what this is,
Right.
but I'd be that's not a ring general.
There
I
should be
picked.
alpha
That's
and
not, like,
alpha.
the one I've seen for the past 666 days on that IC title run. That's the one I want to see. I don't like the new Gunther. It's making me mad. It's a genuine it's cool to see him extend his range, not with the world title though.
Thank you.
Like we just got the world
feels
title. Let's go
weird.
back to that and come back to maybe after he loses it. Because his insecurity spikes up again because
there you go.
he's like,
Do
I
I
didn't think
still
I'd ever
have it?
lose this
Do I
title,
still
but
get
I
it?
had to re-get it.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
okay, I'm a little insecure. First reign, dog?
Yeah.
First world title reign? That shit's crazy. I want my
Crazy
boy
as hell.
back though.
Now-
I need him back. 'cause-
Now, Inhuman, I see you shaking your
Ooh.
head and kind of agreeing, but you are a Damian fan. You're rooting for him. So how did you feel seeing this? And how did you feel about that
Listen-
quick
listen,
escalated
man.
situation?
All right. If the last time I had to defend my belt on a serious note, I lost it against a Canadian ginger. If I have to go against somebody that is my height, speak Spanish, and slick his hair back, I'm gonna be scared too.
I mean, I
you know,
hear you, I mean,
all right. Let's just think about it for a second. All right.
okay.
When Damien got his belt, he got it simply because one, he cashed in and he was an opportunist.
Good movement.
Yeah.
This
moment.
is no longer a Damien being an opportunist. This is him kind of feeling himself too much. But I do agree. I don't like that Gunther's just this little like he said, "Look into my eyes. Do you still see a head and eye?" I said, "No, motherfucker, I don't." Like I really don't, because the real like ring general would have never said that shit because he always felt like that.
Right.
So I understand that. But what I do like is the fact that he hasn't actually. No, I can't say he hasn't gone against somebody like of that, but what they tried to build Damien as when he had the belt,
Yeah.
someone with that kind of just had that much of the crowd behind him.
Yes.
The
yes.
last time he went against somebody like that was Sami Zayn, and it was when he lost the belt.
Yeah.
So it's like it I understand that like it does feel weird, but in a sense it does make sense.
It does.
Because the last time he went against somebody in which the crowd was backing them and not him,
Right.
like he lost it.
Right.
So I get it, but at the same time, I am in agreement with y'all. I don't like the fact that he doing this whole like bitch act and stuff. It's
I
like, yo,
like the
get your shit together.
story and like the idea behind it is just like, I guess, how it's being done. The execution is like too like,
Yeah. What y'all
it's
said,
like
it should happen after
scarce.
you lose the belt.
Yeah.
Like when you
yeah.
lose it, it's like, oh shit.
For RJ,
Okay,
really
yeah,
quick,
maybe I'm
before I pass
not.
it to Meech, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Gunther or Roman should be switching on that role right now because Roman hasn't. Yeah, he lost his main title, his top status, and his tribal chiefness. He should be acting insecure about stuff, but even
that's
that's
true.
too insecure for the Roman character that's going through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to. I don't know if they're
Figure it
waiting
out.
until after Survivor Series, but maybe they got to get him to get that confidence back up because it doesn't make the world title look good either,
No, it
which
does
sucks.
not.
Because I love what they've been doing with that title, but it don't look good when he's like kind of like scared to
Okay.
make a move. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So Michi Black, I'll pass this
Yo.
off to you, and you'll be able to lead this one off because it's about one of your favorite fucking people.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about Ludwig, and I'm gonna lead this off.
I love you,
because
Ludwig.
I have to talk about this because seeing Sheamus and Braun Breaker put on such a good match, which I want to take at least my 60 seconds to at least say Sheamus has been absolutely killing it. I used to laugh at the guy when he first came out. I always thought he was weird looking. Look, I'm just being honest here. I'm speaking, but he has gained nothing but my respect. As weird looking as he still may be looking to me, that man is a beast on the mic. He's a beast on the ring. He's been putting on a show. Every time I see the guy, is just really a banger after banger. Like, he's made some of my least favorite wrestlers look amazing. So shout out to Sheamus. And I say this because I feel like maybe he should have been slapped that title that night. I don't give a damn. That's how good of a match that these two put on. It was about 15 minutes. And what happens? Ludwig crashes it, and we end it via DQ. Can we stop the DQ stuff? It ruins really good matches, yo. And it's like, I get the story behind it, and I get the idea and the premise, but when you're doing it every single damn week, bruh, it's really nerve-wracking, especially during really good matches. So we don't even get to see the pin happen. We just see a DQ and it just rings and it's done. Bro, I'm tired of it.
Yep.
So Michi Black, your guy Ludwig was supposed to man up and he comes out and gets the DQ. I'm done spewing my upsetness. He gets the DQ and ends the match. Do you think that this was the right call for him and this is what Gunther would want to see?
Yes. Hold on. Yes, this is what Gunther will want to see.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think this is the right call. And I'm a Ludwig fan, but I
Right.
don't think this is the right call. Because now what's going to happen is we're going to have to deal with another Sheamus versus Braun versus Ludwig.
Yeah.
It's going to turn into a triple threat.
Think so?
Yeah, it's going to have to. Because because what's going to happen, they're going to give us a story that Sheamus going to say, Braun, you never beat me because of Ludwig never came in, blah, blah, all this.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn into a triple threat. I really feel like they should let the match happen. Whoever wins, and then Ludwig just attacks him. Because then at that point, whoever loses, if Sheamus would have lost, it'll just be a one-on-one.
Yep.
If Braun won, he got his rematch clause, we turn to a triple threat.
Right.
Now, I've been cool with that, but I agree with you though. The DQ shit got to stop. It got to stop because it kills the momentum for matches. It's like, what's the point of y'all doing this match if we're not even gonna see an actual winner?
There you go. And it just feels like a waste again, like robbery when you get a really good match too. Again, I'm not trying to overreact to the match either. Like I did say it was like a good, but it was good enough for a pre-recorded Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Like, shit was a banger of a match, and I mean, it just kind of goes to waste. And I'll kind of get some more. We got two more things to kind of go over, and I'll get more opinions from RJ and Inhuman on these last two things. RJ, I would like to specifically pass this off to you because you have been very open about Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and just like the New Day situation, period. And we'll get some opinions too if we want to throw it in there, TTR panel. But I'll pass this one off to RJ, just kind of start us off. This New Day situation, bro. To me, to kind of introduce it, I'm tired of it already. I really am. Like, yeah, bro. It's so.
Can we
just
take a group poll? Are we all tired of it? Can we all agree? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, all done. Because so I bring RJ to it because I put in the notes. Funny enough, when is this Monday night special happening?
When is the 10th anniversary, dog?
I think
said-
next week.
It's
They
been
said
next
3
week for the
weeks
past
ago.
6 weeks. It's always next week. I'm tired of being told it's soon, or it's next week, or it's in 2. It's every
Bro, it's
week.
every week, bro. It's every
I feel like
week.
they've been turning 10 every week for 6 months. They were turning 10 in 2 weeks when Odyssey Jones still worked there.
Yes.
So like, it's like they delayed it. So you can't. That's not how an anniversary works. You can't delay the date.
And just keep going.
It's,
like,
it's stupid.
Let
I
me
feel
go
like
tell
we
my
do the
lady
same
that, hey, yo,
thing.
put her anniversary on hold real quick.
right?
Yeah, just give me 2 extra weeks.
Nah, it doesn't
I
work
need
that
them to
way.
figure it out.
Yeah.
I just want this to be over. I think
Yep.
it could be still cool if they get to the point, but they just keep having a bickering match every week.
Yo, it's just becoming like a chippy thing where it's like, oh, like it's just becoming like a little girlish to me, like 12-year-old drama,
Yeah.
like in middle school.
How many times
So-
are going to restart the fight? We keep
Well, I mean,
having
it
the
has
same
to be
fight.
next
Just
week.
Go.
Ask me
to,
next
please.
week because next week's the last week of November.
Is that when
Man,
they
that's
turn
right.
10?
I don't know.
I hope.
You should look to even see if the real date is that day. I probably not. WWE's doing whatever.
Probably
They're like,
not.
fuck it.
I'm gonna let you know right
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
I do got
quick.
a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is actually possibly a byproduct of it going down to 2 hours? Because they got so much story that they have to tell for pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, somewhat.
So,
yeah, I mean, not somewhat.
I would think that the story for pay-per-view events that people are going to pay for would be, I guess, in their eyes, more important than doing the celebration.
That's true.
Now, I'm
No,
not
that's a
saying
good
it's
point.
right or wrong.
No,
I'm
but
not going to split those
That
hairs.
seems legit.
But
Don't keep
it's
bringing it
like-
up. That's
Yeah,
all
just
I'm
shut the
saying.
fuck up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
shut
don't
the
keep
fuck up.
bringing it up every week.
Yep.
So to end,
But I mean, it could
to-
be. I don't know.
to end this, and I'll leave this open for conversation because this will be really quick conversation. But you know, I was rewatching Raw with my lady, and you know, in the group chat, y'all were texting about Karrion Kross, and I've been seeing a lot of positive feedback online recently. So I just wanted to just kind of touch on it a little bit. And even the Miz, as much as my guy RJ, he gotta look away.
I'm not giving credit to the Miz. I
Have
refuse.
been killing it,
The
bro.
GOAT.
He's turned
Let me go
around.
get my action figure real quick, man.
Yo,
I got
yeah,
a Miz
right?
action figure. Yo, hey.
He has turned around Karrion Kross. You're interested in Karrion Kross? You
I
are
am
telling
not.
you-
I am not the same me that ranted about Karrion Kross. Okay, because honestly, that guy was right. But I've enjoyed Karrion Kross. I'm not giving the Miz credit for this. I don't care.
Yes,
I
you are.
I am
The
not
fuck you
because I'm
are.
giving it to the Wyatts. The Wyatts are something that I'm interested in. So when you put the Wyatts and Cross in there, Cross has to either nut up or shut up.
Okay.
And he's actually been doing something
He's
this time.
doing it. He's killing
Now
it.
I hope he pins somebody because he hasn't done that in a while either.
Wild.
Now
but,
he's
you know,
now that he's interested, get a pin. Do
I'm
that.
I'm gonna throw this out here before I start to wrap it up here. You know, I felt like, no disrespect, whatever. I feel like losing the old guy helped out tremendously here. It just did, bro.
What
It
was
just
it? I can't
did.
remember. I mean,
And
yeah,
oh,
low
I
key.
mean,
They can walk faster down the ramp, so they look more intimidating.
Yo, all I'm saying is the only thing that has switched out of this thing, outside of the storylines, but you know, the only thing that really has changed about the team is just him and Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
And then you put Miz in there, and then Karrion, boom, like.
But I also think it works because the Miz and Karrion,
I agree.
like they're like almost like the same person.
Miz
Oh,
sarcastic, and he's like a dick sarcastic, but like Miz
Yeah.
is like a clowny sarcastic, and it kind of just
It just like it
blends.
just meshes and works together because on AOP, Karrion's the only talker, and there's
Yeah.
no one else that can
That's
like
true.
be like him.
That's a good point.
And with Miz there, it just
Good point.
kind of helps them, and they can bounce off each other.
The
And that's
goat.
what, yeah, I mean,
The,
that's,
thank you. Clip this. What you say? The goat.
The
The
goat.
listen, I will say though, to wrap it up and end this amazing TTR episode right about 30 minutes. Oof, great timing, boys. You know, SmackDown and Raw have both been really good. SmackDown has definitely been better lately, but Raw's keeping me entertained a little bit. I would say we're just getting tired of a lot of these older stories that just need to be coming down. I didn't even talk about Liv because I'm really just tired of talking about her, to be honest.
Thank God.
One thing I did forget to also highlight, I definitely forgot this and did just want to touch on it. I'm gonna touch on it quick just because we're down now. Dom and Finn have tension as well. So Dom should, I'm thinking, become the leader here soon, or at least challenge Finn. And I love the Finn Dom idea. I think that works very well. I would love to see those two. Yeah, well, just that and Ring. I think just them two have like about the same stature. They're about the same. They just match up very well in my head. Just period.
Yeah,
I mean, just hey, look at it. Yeah, so like this is hey, the cow's there. But they match up very well, stylistically and just how they look and how just like again, just the look of it in the ring, their auras. Two people that you would love to hate, and at this point, maybe you can make Dom tweak them and maybe make him a little bit of a fan favorite if you can make Finn that much lower than him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I like how now they're separating. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're separating Liv and Dom like further away from each other. We only see them now in the back. And I like that they're doing that now.
Yes.
And I like that they're like making Dom, actually wrestle now.
Yes.
I'm hoping.
Dom's wife stepped in. That's why she said, "Cut that shit out."
That was crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna watch the weakness. I am not watching the weakness.
She was like, "Yo, I give y'all niggas 2 months time tops." That was it, yo.
Yeah, we done. You're not holding the blonde girl's hand no more. What are we doing?
And those 2 months, you done kissed her 55 times. I counted each one, bro. Now, I've been more than patient. All right, that's what she said. I've been more than patient.
She got tally marks in the wall every time.
Right?
And another one.
If you get to 56,
it's gonna be
you're done.
Playing around.
I won't be here when you get back. I'm just letting you know.
No, but all jokes aside, his wife has spoken out about it and said, she obviously very good with it. So,
stronger than all of us.
Right. Listen, TTR family, you tell me how you would feel if your wife or your husband was out there doing, I wouldn't care too much. Hey, we making money, whatever. But anyway, thank y'all TTR family for watching. It's been an amazing episode. Thank you, Inhuman, for coming through and filling in. Thank you so much for all your insight and all your opinions. TTR family, we want to know your opinions. Please comment below how you feel. What do you expect from SmackDown in a couple days and maybe tomorrow if you're watching this on Thursday? How did you feel about Monday Night Raw that just passed us? Talk to us about the storylines and how you feel about everything going forward. If you could not make it through this entire podcast, you need some glitch energy in your life, go ahead and grab some glitch energy. I got some new one. I got Mana Surge. I ain't gonna lie, this has been one of the top-notch ones that I've had in a minute. This tastes like some old school glitch, bro. Like some old school. PTR family, y'all know about old school glitch. This tastes like they old school stuff, which was absolutely killer. So I like this new one. It's blue raspberry, sour blue raspberry. I love it.
Wildberry, sound like wildberry to me.
I loved it.
Hey,
so I do
I'm a
recommend
grenades
it.
type of guy. So sour blue.
Hey. Sour blue. Amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, TTR family. I'm not gonna recommend something that's disgusting. So if you like sour and blue, definitely check that out. Till next time, y'all. Thank y'all so much for viewing.